Good day, folks. Ethereum is at $1,940, well on the way to $2,000, exactly as predicted. I was ringing the alarm bells back in early February saying Ethereum has a very good chance of reaching $2,000 after this breakout, and we are well on the way. Folks, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, because if you'd been following the channel, if you'd been listening to us when I was ringing the alarm bells about this breakout, you could have been up nearly 30% on Ethereum. In this video, I'm going to run through some technical analysis with Ethereum, talk about what I see happening with the greater market as a whole, talk about what I see happening both long-term and short-term with Ethereum, and mention some absolutely giant things that you need to be aware of in terms of Ethereum. And folks, really, there's a few, we really need to hash some things out with Ethereum, because I put out a poll yesterday on this channel saying, I was asking people, what do you think Ethereum's going to do over the long term? What are your Ethereum price predictions? I asked, do you think Ethereum has a good chance of reaching below 10,000, reaching 10,000, hitting 20,000, hitting 30,000, hitting 50,000? And the vast majority of the people watching the channel, my community, our community, said that Ethereum is not going to reach over $10,000 this cycle. And folks, I feel like I've let you guys down, and I want to make this video to run through some important factors that point towards Ethereum reaching well over $10,000 this cycle. Because like I said, most people watching this channel said they don't think Ethereum's going to reach over $10,000. I feel like I've let you guys down, because I think there's a lot of good reasons to think that it will. So in this video, I'm going to run through some of those reasons. And guys, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are not financial advice. My hope in making these videos is that you take what I say and you do more research on it. Okay, you come up with your own trading plan and your own investment strategy. But let's begin by mentioning some of the things that are going on with the market before we really delve into the Ethereum stuff, because there's so much going on. We need to take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin leads the market. Whatever Bitcoin does will have an effect on the rest of the market. And Bitcoin has nearly reached we did reach $55,000. That is crazy. Not only that, Bitcoin has reached a market cap of over $1 trillion. Folks, that is a giant deal. I cannot wait to make the video saying Bitcoin has reached a market cap of $2 trillion. I think I am going to get a chance to make that video. The whole, the crypto market cap as a whole, including all cryptos, to reach a market cap of over $1.5 trillion. Folks, this space is absolutely exploding, but I don't think we've seen anything yet. And again, I think we're gonna delve into some few reasons why. Now, folks, just to begin mentioning some of the reasons why I think Ethereum has a good chance of performing extremely well over the long term and reaching well over $10,000 this cycle. So to understand why I'm so bullish, you need to understand what's going on with Ethereum and the developments behind the scenes. So Ethereum 2.0 is being rolled out. Ethereum 2.0 aims to make Ethereum more scalable, more efficient, and make the gas fees not as terrible. Because for those who've been trying to trade on Uniswap or send Ethereum around, the transaction fees are absolutely insane. $50, $60, $100 per transaction. That is absolutely insane. That is untenable. That is why we're seeing coins like BNB explode. So Ethereum 2.0 aims to improve some of those things as well. Ethereum 2.0 will move Ethereum from a proof of work model, kind of like Bitcoin with Bitcoin mining, to a proof of stake, where Ethereum will be produced and given out through locking up 32 Ethereum and for extended periods of time, and that's how Ethereum will be produced and delved out moving forward. So a major update with Ethereum 2.0 coming soon. The Berlin hard fork, which aims to improve some gas inefficiencies, improves updates to the Ethereum virtual machine, and some improvements improvements to some security features with Ethereum. And that's rolling out April 14th. That's just a few months away, folks. As soon as we start seeing major rollouts of Ethereum 2.0 coming out, that is going to be an insanely bullish catalyst for Ethereum, folks. I would not be the least bit surprised. In fact, I expect there to be an anticipatory run-up leading to these major updates on Ethereum 2.0. This is just a few months away, folks. This is just one of the updates. Not even to mention EIP 1559. Folks, I have to put this on your radar. This is a proposal to improve Ethereum, improve the gas fees, and also make Ethereum deflationary by burning Ethereum. Folks, I think Ethereum is already deflationary because you have to lock up large amounts of Ethereum for extended periods of time for proof of stake. But a new proposal that's supposed to come out summer 2021 will burn Ethereum per transaction, making Ethereum further deflationary. Folks, we have some insanely bullish catalysts a few months away for Ethereum. That's why I find it so funny when people are saying, oh, BNB's pumping and Ethereum's not doing anything. Folks, we haven't seen anything yet. Now, let's take a look at the charts, okay, to kind of understand what point we're at in this cycle and where we could see Ethereum and Bitcoin going in the future. Okay, so if you guys check out our Discord group, link for that will be down in the description below. We have a chart in our resources section by Trading Shot who broke down the Bitcoin cycles and the cycles as a whole, because the whole reason why crypto moves in cycles is because of Bitcoin and because of the halvings, okay? Bitcoin moves in 4-year cycles because of the halvings, and that's the thing that drives the entire market, at least historically, okay? And if we look, according to that chart, before I delve into what I think is going to happen this cycle, according to that chart, Bitcoin has a good chance of reaching its peak September, October this year, okay? According to that chart, and while that is not a guarantee, I do think it is a probability that Bitcoin reaches some kind of peak around that time. So if we look back at 2017, try to understand what could happen this time around, Bitcoin reaches peak, mid-December. Let's just say 15 December for ease of argument, right? Okay, 2017. And we look back, when did Ethereum reach its peak? Back in the last cycle, because I think this will be very telling for what's going to happen this time around. Okay, it reached its peak 15 January. So a month, roughly a month after Bitcoin reached its peak is when Ethereum reached its peak. So I think something similar has a very good chance of happening this time around, where Ethereum is likely to reach some kind of peak roughly a month after Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin reaches its peak, likely September, October, I think Ethereum isn't likely to reach its peak until, October, November. And folks, another thing to point out as well, based off the previous cycle, Ethereum didn't see the majority of its parabolic growth until like the last few months. It wasn't until the last few months of its run up where it reached the majority of its growth. So I think something similar has a very good chance of happening this time around, where Ethereum is not going to see the majority of its parabolic growth up until the last few months. And if Bitcoin is supposed to reach its peak September, October, and Ethereum is supposed to reach its peak roughly a month after Bitcoin, or some kind of peak, at least all these things have a probable chance of happening, then folks, we haven't seen anything yet. Ethereum has so many more months to go before we're supposed to reach some kind of peak with Ethereum. So people freaking out and complaining that, Ethereum's not pumping as much as BNB or some other coin right now. Folks, I think we haven't seen anything yet. I think there's many, many more months of bull run. I think Ethereum is likely to reach some kind of peak roughly a month sometime after Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin's not likely to reach peak until September, October, not to mention that we have insanely bullish catalysts a few months away for Ethereum. So another thing to mention as well, the reason why I think Ethereum has a good chance of reaching the tens of thousands of dollars this cycle is because of the previous cycle. If we look back at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair back in the previous cycle, Ethereum reached over 12% of Bitcoin's price last time around. So if we just assume that Ethereum has a good chance of reaching around 10% of Bitcoin's price this peak, well, then I think Ethereum has a good chance of reaching 10% of whatever Bitcoin does. And with Tesla buying into Bitcoin, Apple considering getting into Bitcoin, MasterCard and Visa already in Bitcoin, every country, bank, individual rich person, investment fund needing to get their hands on Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin has a good chance of reaching the hundreds of thousands of dollars this cycle. Everyone thinks so. I think it's extremely reasonable for, so if Bitcoin reaches $200,000-$300,000, what do you think Ethereum is at? I think, unless you're a Bitcoin maximalist, I think it's extremely unlikely that Bitcoin in the several hundreds of thousands doesn't mean that Ethereum's in the tens of thousands. If we just assume that Ethereum has a good chance of reaching around 10% of Bitcoin's price this time around, folks, if Bitcoin's at 300,000, I think Ethereum's at $30,000. We have, based off the previous cycles, I think Ethereum has a good chance of reaching about 10% of Bitcoin's price. I think we have plenty of bull run left ahead of us. I think we have insanely major catalysts for Ethereum quickly approaching. So to say that these are some of the major reasons why I think Ethereum has a good chance of reaching well over $10,000 at the peak. And I really just want to make this video to I don't want to cause FOMO, because look, this market is highly volatile. Okay, we can have a pullback at any point here, so don't just FOMO and don't just blindly FOMO into something, because I think the long-term future is very bullish. Okay, the short-term could be very volatile. We could have a pullback, a substantial 20-30% pullback at any time here. But I think over the long term, Ethereum has an insanely good chance of reaching the tens of thousands of dollars, and I honestly feel like I don't know, like I've let you guys down because the majority of you think Ethereum is not going to reach over $10,000, and I think there's a lot of reasons pointing towards the fact that Ethereum has an extremely good chance of reaching over $10,000, well over 10,000. And if I can just summarize things a bit better here, so we have months of bull run probably still ahead of us. Ethereum is likely to reach its peak roughly sometime a month after Bitcoin. We have a giant catalyst for Ethereum a few months away that will aim to make Ethereum more scalable, efficient, cheapen the gas fees, and make it deflationary. And Bitcoin is likely to reach the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And based off the previous cycle, the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, Ethereum has a good chance of maybe doing about 10% of whatever Bitcoin does. So, folks, I think there are some immensely strong reasons to think that in the long term, Ethereum will reach, over. I think $30,000 is my bull run price prediction for Ethereum this cycle. Like I'm going to be looking to sell, and ultimately, in terms of my selling plan, my selling strategy, nobody knows for sure. I don't know for sure when the peak of this bull run is going to be. I think there's some good reasons to think it's going to be around September, October, around the fall. For the market, we're going to reach some kind of peak. Now, there's arguments that with the institutions coming in, there's going to be a super cycle, that the cycles are done. And look, I'm open-minded to those arguments. Maybe instead of a 90 to 70% pullback with the market, maybe we only have like a 60 or 40% pullback, with the institutions in. I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. But I do think we reach some kind of peak, fall this year. And so I'm going to be looking to scale out late third quarter, early fourth quarter this year. I think because nobody knows when this bull run is going to end for sure, but we have maybe a good chance of understanding when it's likely to end. I think scaling out, selling slowly around the time when we're likely to reach some kind of peak is a good idea, and is the strategy I'm implementing, and is a strategy I hope you guys at least give some consideration to. So, folks, I know I've rambled along here. This is an unscripted show, if you couldn't already tell, and there's just so much to talk about here, and I hope I didn't forget mentioning anything. It's just I find it so fun. I find it funny that people think Ethereum is not going to reach over $10,000, and I mean. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is my arguments or my points convincing? Do you still think Ethereum's not going to reach over $10,000? Let me know what you guys think. I'm not trying to cause FOMO. Hell, I could be wrong, guys. Who knows, right? But I do think there's some strong arguments, some strong reasons to think that Ethereum's nowhere near done. So, folks, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As well, if you guys like what we do on this channel and you want to support us, consider joining our Patreon. Link for that will be down in the description below. You get access to our VIP Discord group where we, talk about low-cap gems, interesting setups, that kind of thing. So make sure to check that out. Link down in the description below. As well, if anything interesting further happens, we'll definitely be talking about it on this channel and in our Discord. Link for that will be down in the description below. Thank you for watching, folks. Take care.